I have a question for you. Have you reached your goals yet? As of April of this year, we have already reached the annual goals for the agency. Today, I'm going to share a few of my trade secrets to help you get closer to your goals. Hi, I'm Steve Compton, and this is Agency Evolution. Yes, you heard me correct. As of the end of April, I have already reached the annual goals for my agency. In fact, year to date, end of May, we have already written over $700,000 in new business premium, all personal lines. Now, today I'm going to give you a few of my trade secrets, but of course I won't be able to tell you everything because some people are paying me lots of money to train them. But I'm doing this to help agents. First, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Once again, I'm Steve Compton, and I am an agency owner. I started my career in insurance over 13 years ago as a commission-only sales producer. I worked my way up to sales manager. In less than 3 years, I opened up my first agency. And I can tell you, transitioning from a commission-only producer to an agency owner was difficult. And mainly because I was writing the same amount of new business I did as a producer. And I remember looking at the weekly and monthly reports of all the top agents in the district. And I used to say to myself, how are they able to do that? And I would come up with so many excuses. Oh, they're spending all this type of money on marketing. They're buying lots of internet leads. They're spending thousands of dollars on mailers. I came up with all these excuses. And in fact, there was a tribe of us that was mumbling and complaining and just couldn't wrap our minds around how somebody was able to do 200, 300, even 500% more new business. A few years ago, I decided that I was either going to do it big or not do it at all. I want to be the person that other people will say, how is he able to do that? Oh, he's spending tons of money on leads. He's this, he's that. All the excuses that we always say. What I did is I spent the next several months accumulating all of the best practices from my mentors, studying from the best sales leaders and marketers and entrepreneurs in the country. Then I created this system, this process, and that's what I call the agency evolution. As a result, my agency began to see 100%, 200%, 500% more new business. And that's what I'm going to share with you. There's no magic bullet. And that's part of the reason why I really wanted to develop this training program is because I receive several calls a month about people inquiring what I'm doing. And the call is usually exactly that. Steve, what you doing over there? And because I love helping people, I will tell them what I'm doing. Only to get a call back in a couple of weeks saying, Steve, is that still working for you? I haven't had any success. That's the point I realized that giving somebody a magic bullet, all they're going to do is shoot themselves in the foot. I wanted to devote and commit to truly helping you reach your goals. So now I want to explain exactly what Agency Evolution is. Real simple. It's a training program. It breaks down into 4 components. The first part is master classes. Now the master classes is broken down into 2 sections. The first part is the master class for agency owners, people like me and you. The second part is a masterclass for the team members. Now, in the Agency Owner Masterclass, I'm going to discuss all of the processes and systems that I use in my agency. Some of the things that I used to use and some of the things that I plan on using. So during that Agency Owner Masterclass, I give proven systems that I've used or using, okay, that I know that are effective. I go over what it takes to have a high performing agency. The second part of the masterclass section is for the team members. And basically what I do is discuss sales techniques, closing techniques, talk about characteristics of a sales leader, and professional development. And that's a 2-day class as well. So the master class is really 4 days, 2 for the agency owner, 2 for the team member. Now the second part of the agency evolution system is coaching. Now the part of creating this agency evolution training system, I knew that I love to train and I knew I can give people the tools. Now we already know that the magic bullet doesn't work because you'll just shoot yourself in the foot. And I knew that I had to train and take time to really spend time with the agency owner and their staff. But I knew that wasn't going to be enough because there's workshops out there. So I invested in becoming a certified coach. I spent time with some of the best coaches in the world. And I went through their program and now I have my certification. So the second part of the agency evolution is coaching. That's broken down in 2 parts as well. The first part is one-on-one coaching with the agency owner. The second part is group coaching with your staff. Now let me talk a little bit about the coaching piece. There is a misconception about coaching because everybody is saying they're a coach. Okay. Coaching is not consulting. Coaching is not mentoring. You're going to experience real certified coaching. And basically what that process is helping you become aware of your potential, pulling out your desires, realizing your goals, and together we work in a design alliance and helping you push towards those goals until you achieve them. Now, the team coaching or the group coaching for your team is not really true coaching. Be transparent. Because if I really coached your team, it would be a conflict of interest because I might coach them right out of your agency. So that setting is more or less mentoring. I call it coaching, but it's more or less mentoring. And what we do is discuss specific cases and we go over some of the scripts that I give them during the master class and just encourage them to have some accountability. Okay? So that's the second part, coaching. One-on-one coaching and team member coaching. Included in this program, I give you 6 sessions. That's 6 months, 1 call per month. 1 call with the agency owner, 1 call with your team. Let's talk about the third part. Now, the third part of agency evolution, if there was a magic bullet, I guess this would be it. Personal and professional development is what really separated me from the person that was doing $20,000 to the person that did $300,000 in 1 month. Now, no, it sounds cliche, personal development, because you hear it tossed around here and there. Some of the organizations you might be with or your religious organizations. But I'm being honest and transparent. When I began to focus on development for myself and the business, that is when it started to grow. So included in the Agency Evolution Program, I'm providing a leadership development program to the agency owner. Now, my certification in coaching and leadership training has been granted to me through John Maxwell. Now, I know some of you might be familiar with John Maxwell, and that's good. But included in this program, the agency owner is going to have an 8-week mastermind program on leadership development. In addition to that, there's an additional program for your team members on personal growth development. And that's also another 8-week program. Sales, let's talk about the fourth part of the agency evolution system. And that's live events. Events like sales conferences, seminars, webinars, and those who participate will get updates on those events. So let me recap. Agency Evolution is a big number production system designed to help you get closer to your goal. Okay. So let's recap. Agency Evolution, first part, it's a masterclass. One for the agency owner, one for your team members. In addition to that, you also get coaching. One-on-one coaching for the agency owner, 6 sessions, and group coaching for the team members, also 6 sessions. Thirdly, you get a mastermind. Leadership development for the agency owner and personal development for the team members. And that is also, an 8-week program. Then you also get access to some live events. Now, I have a masterclass coming up soon in Atlanta. As you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, or in the subject field at the bottom of the screen, you can enroll in this masterclass today. Now, for those that enroll today during this info webinar, you receive a $200 discount. So the investment today is only $997. Now, the beautiful thing about this program is, for the price of the masterclass, which is a lot cheaper than what you'll see any 4-day workshop, giving people true insight on how they're able to write big numbers. I'm not a person that read this in a book. This is what we're doing in the agency today, and I'm sharing all my secrets with you. For the price of that 4-day workshop, the investment of $997 is a fraction of what it should be. But I'm also including, this is what's beautiful about this program, I'm including true coaching. What most of these other trainers are saying they're doing, and they're not, you're going to get the real deal included for that investment for $997. 6 months, 6 sessions for you, 6 sessions for your team. You can click on the right hand of your screen, enroll in this program. Seats are limited. It's a live class. A lot of these programs, they give you a username and password, and you click a bunch of modules. This is real live, in your face training. If you look at the right of your screen, you can enroll today. But that's not it. You also get the Mastermind Program included in this investment. This program is designed by the leadership expert in the world, John C. Maxwell. Don't take my word for it. Look him up. That's 8 weeks. Nobody's offering that because not too many people are even certified to offer it. You're getting that included in the $997. And then you have the live events. You can do the math. There's over $9,000 worth of value. When I created this program, I knew that I had to make it affordable because I know most agency owners that need the assistance or want the assistance are not going to spend $5,000 or $6,000, or they can't, on a program like this. So I brought it down as low as I can without my CPA killing me. And he's still mad at me. So I brought the price down to $1,197. But because I need this class full and I need people to experience this class, I'm offering a $200 discount if you enroll today. Now I'm going to be honest with you. There's no telling how long I'm going to do this program. There's no telling how long I'm going to tell people what I'm doing in my office. This is not something that I studied. This is what's happening today. In fact, last month we wrote over $200,000 in new business premium, and the month before that we broke our own personal record, $300,000. Now, I'm not trying to impress you, but trying to impress upon you. Do not let these outside forces get you off track. You got in this business because you believed it was a good business. And I'm here to tell you it still is. Stop trying and buying. When a new marketing program comes out, we try it. When a new telemarketing appointment setting company comes out, we try it. For a fraction of what you invested in these lead programs and all this other stuff, get trained with, I don't want to say buy, get trained with somebody that's doing it, that has the results, and is committed to helping you reach your goal. Enroll today. Now, I'm a man of my word. I promised some information on some trade secrets, so I know a few people are excited about that. So let's be clear. I know where these magic bullets end up. They usually end up in somebody's foot. But if I can say something today that can help you get closer to your goals, because the truth be told, this is something I'm truly passionate about. I have met more agency owners that's frustrated than excited about this business. And our source of excitement is not going to come from the sponsor. It's not designed to. It has to come from each other. And it has to come from you getting closer to reaching your goal. So, I'm going to share a few things today. So one thing about me, I'm a laid-back person, like my friends know, and I'm a humble person. So when you see me throw out how much production that we write, it's hard for me to do that. Because I never like to make anyone feel like they're not doing anything. But I have to impress upon you. It can happen for you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me so you can understand. But while I'm sharing some of these secrets, you can always enroll. You click the link on the right hand side, get registered for the next masterclass, and we'll see you there. I'm not supposed to be writing $200,000 or $300,000 a month. Doesn't make much logical sense. Nobody in my family was in the insurance business. In fact, how I got into the insurance business is very interesting. Like most of you. None of us was laying in our beds as a child, not many of us, was laying in our beds as a child saying, I want to be an insurance agent when I grow up. Most of us just fell in this business. The first job that I got as a commission-only producer, I literally left the factory I was working at. After I passed the exam, I put on my suit, went to the factory, and told the manager at the factory today was my last day. And he said something to me that was real interesting. He said, I was wondering what was taking you so long. Because he knew I wasn't supposed to be there. So I moved down to Atlanta with my whole life in 2 garbage bags. I slept on my sister's floor for about 6 months. But I was focused on making a change for my life. Over some time, I decided to get into the insurance business. Didn't know anything about insurance. Okay, so now I'm building up this case. Cleveland, Ohio, nothing really much there. Didn't have any insurance experience, nor formal education. Decided to go to insurance school. Didn't know anything about it. While I was there, I was asking everyone who they were working for, was anybody hiring? And I met a young lady that was working for an agent that just opened up. She gave me his business card, and I gave him a call, and we interviewed. Now, here was an opportunity of somebody that was a lot like me, same exact age, was on the other side of where I was at. He embodied everything that I wanted. And I remember that day, I told him, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do. because I want what you have in your life. And guess what? I did everything he told me to do. And in about 3 to 4 months, I became the sales manager of the agency. I ran a team of about 4 or 5 people, and we was always in the top 10%. 2 years later, I opened up my own agency. And it was tough. And I remember, and I think back, I remember how tough it was financially for me. But I remember the negative energy that was targeted towards the top performing agents. And everyone made it seem like what they were doing was impossible to do. And no matter every time that you thought about attempting to do any of the things that the top performing agency owners were doing, another negative thought would snatch that idea straight out of your mind. And that is happening today. If a top performing agent does a seminar, even at your district meetings or whatever, mumbling and grumbling takes place. That can't happen. I can't do such a thing. That doesn't work. He's crazy. She's crazy. Some people say that they spend a lot of money on internet leads. Now let me tell you, a lot of people think I do that. You need to come to my class and I'll give you the truth. Oh, people say you shouldn't spend money on internet leads, blah, blah, blah. They're bad business and all of this. That's the same thing that they said about the top performing agents that were writing 200 or 300 policies a month 15 years ago when I got into business, that were spending money on yellow page ads. They said the same thing about a young lady that had a room of 10 telemarketers that were calling back to back, calling people back to back. She was writing 200 or 300 policies a month. They said the same thing about another gentleman that I knew that was spending $5,000 to $10,000 a month on direct mail. But yet, he was writing 2,000 policies a year. The first thing I want to tell you to help you transition and position yourself to doing big numbers, if the status quo is telling you no, then you probably need to start telling yourself yes to that very thing. Remember, we all know the cliche of Albert Einstein, and I'm not going to repeat it because I'm tired of hearing it. But because he's a person of logic, and we're people of logic, if doing the same thing makes you insane, let's do something different and be smart. What they're telling you that is not working, and you're following that, and you're getting the same result, you need to try something different. I'm going to share some things with you that's different. We have been conditioned to hate different. It happens in all sectors of our life, spiritually, socially. We have been conditioned to hate different. And then I'm not talking about anything crazy. But the very thing that you get this negative energy when you come across high-performing agency owners, that energy is a result of the negative influence for you, from the negative influences trying to prevent you from hitting your goals. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a tip out the gate. You waiting for a magic bullet? I'm going to give you something and it's going to sting. One of the first things I did that I actually seen double production. One of the first things I did. You want a trade secret? I'm going to give you one. You ready for it? Stop writing policies. Yes. Don't write another policy in your career. I've realized that as long as I was engulfed in the new business production, I couldn't focus on what's going to really bring my agency to the next level. I couldn't focus on the agency. If you're writing policies, you can't manage your agency. See, the first thing that came to your mind when I said this, I can do both. I'm telling you, when I stop writing policies, I begin to see growth. The second thing that comes to your mind, if I don't do it, who will? I don't have any other producers in my office. I can't find any producers. Well, that leads you to the next thing. You have to find some producers. If you are producing the majority of the business in your office, you'll never get the chance to focus on planning for your agency. And if you don't have anybody else to produce, anyone else to produce in your agency to free you up, then we know what you need to do. I am so humble, I'm not bragging, but I want people that want to change. I want to help them change. I've probably written around 10 policies in the last 2 years. And that's not something to brag on, because I have a boatload of work on the planning side of running a business that outweighs writing a couple policies a month. It hurt in the beginning because now I had to give prospects to my team members. That's my family and friends that I can close out faster than they ever could. But I made it a point that, Steve, are you insane or are you smart? You know the result that you're going to get from doing what we've been doing for the last 30 years. You're either going to do it big or don't do it big at all. I'm going to do something different. Every top marketer, entrepreneur, franchisee would tell you to work on your business, not in it. We all know it, and we even say it to others. But it's hard to step away. I challenge you to make a goal to eliminate yourself from writing policies. But before you do that, of course, you have to have people to write them.